What's up, guys? It's Professor Gnome, and we're back today looking at Miraidon EX. It's not one of the temporal forces, like new cards or anything like that, but it is a deck that I think is still very relevant in the meta right now, and actually pretty strong, and we're going to be pairing it with Regieleki VMAX. This card is, honestly, I think the best addition to this deck. In a weird way, it's like Miraidon EX used to be better without it, but now I actually think it's better with it. Um, and we're going to be pairing it with Iron Hands, obviously, but also things like Raichu and Raikou V. We're really just utilizing the fact that this thing's ability makes it so much stronger now, so you add the 30 extra damage. We're looking to have at least 2 of these on our bench at any given time, adding an additional 60 damage, and then comboing that together with our Maximum Belt, making it so we can utilize Iron Hands really easily, or get super easy knockouts on much higher HP targets with something like Raichu. And as for that, that's pretty much like the main concepts of the list. Obviously, we're running generators. I'm also running a Heavy Baton for the Iron Hands. The reason why I'm doing this is because what can end up happening is that we'll stack a bunch of energies onto Iron Hands, it'll get knocked out, and then we don't have the ability to reattach as quickly as we'd like to. So this allows us to reattach, especially in something like a Charizard matchup. What we can do is we can Heavy Baton. Once it gets knocked out, we can reattach everything onto Raichu, bring this in, and then knock out Charizard. And other like high HP targets. So that's the main reason why we're running it. The only thing you have to be careful of is it won't work if you have Pokebeach on the field, since it makes our our retreat one less. So it's going to turn off your Heavy Baton. So just make sure you're being aware of that when you go to do it. Mistakes can definitely occur. For that same reason, we're also running EXP share just to make sure whether our Heavy Baton is online or not. Doesn't really matter. We have those options. Outside of that, the deck is pretty straightforward. We keep the Zeraora in the deck for anyone who just may be wondering why. Its attack is okay, but not really the point. It mostly is just because it has no retreat cost, so it gives us, better flexibility in being able to switch around and move all our pieces. Same thing with Mew, no retreat cost, and our VMAX also has no retreat cost. We want to be able to move around as freely as possible, so yeah, that's the main thing with the deck, guys. Definitely let me know any changes or alterations you'd make to the list. This is about the strongest that I've been able to make it. I've seen a lot of different other variations, but this one's kind of my favorite that I've kind of ended up on. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the list. Don't forget to do all the YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff, and I'll see you guys in the games in one moment. See you guys there. Peace. Alright, we're into game 1. Our opponent's going to be going first. I prefer to go second with this deck, mostly because of the reason that you can get generator hits off and actually get aggressive first turn plays more often than not. Also, because of the prevalence of things like Future Hands. Future Hands is worse going first than it is going second, so you want to be able to kind of limit their ability when possible. We'll draw 1 off the mulligan. Another research. Okay, so that's not great. We don't love having to throw away 3 researches, but we're gonna have to do what we got to do. Yeah, so we're up against Future Hands, and its ability to go first is much weaker than going second. It's limited by, the supporter cards it might need, and its overall options. There's a generator. We'll go ahead and use it since it's gonna get thrown out in a second anyway. We'll manually attach 1. I'm gonna go ahead and Lost Vacuum away the energy, because why not? Get rid of that. I mean, I guess I could have gotten rid of one of the researches, but it really isn't going to make a difference. What we're going to do here is we'll get rid of 1 Arven and 1 electric energy. Grab ourselves the Miraidon, since that's going to get the rest of our deck going. Place the Miraidon down. We'll go ahead and thin our deck before we draw with Raikou V. We'll grab ourselves the other Regieleki. And we'll grab ourselves our own Iron Hands here. Yeah, that's fine. And then from here, we can go ahead and fleet-footed for one more card. The Mew is not really necessary at the moment, so we can let that go. And depending on what they have in hand, we should be fine to go on our next turn. So there's the Heavy Baton. Alright, I mean, the Iono's fine for us. It isn't going to really make that big of a difference. We would have liked to be able to evolve right away. Alright, perfect. So they're going to attack into us. That's totally fine. Hit for 80. Which will set up their Iron Hands. But they are out of cards, so what we can actually look to do here is that we'll place this down. We'll put our Iron Hands into play. How do we want to do this? Let's draw our card with Fleet-Footed first, real quick. Alright, Arven. So what I think we're actually going to do here is so we can Tandem Unit, grab ourselves the Raichu, and then what we can actually do here is we have the option of bossing up the Iron Hands EX right away, since it'll give us the ability to like kind of trap it in the active, because the chances of them having something they can use is pretty low, and I think that's about to be our best bet. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. If they have a way to retreat this right away, then I mean that just is what it is. There's not much we could have done. But what we're gonna do is we can get rid of the Beach Court and the Squawk here, and grab ourselves our other VMAX, place this onto the board, and end our turn there. Unfortunately, we can't attack. We could retreat if, you know, that was a possibility, but it's not. What we can do is on our next turn, we're going to Arven, look for, yeah, so they're just going to start manually attaching. We already have the Switch in hand, so it doesn't really matter. What we're going to do here is we're actually going to Arven, grab ourselves a generator, and we can actually grab the max belt. Yeah, that's fine. We'll generator, we get one hit. So in this case, we're going to go and place it onto there, bring it back into the active. We'll Fleet-Footed. Just one more energy. We could start powering up the Iron Hands, but in this case, it's going to be better just to place this on here. And then we can Lightning, knock this out, take 2 prizes. Our opponent's pretty much out of resources. We have the last energy we need. So even if they bring this in, they don't have anything that is really important to attach it to. They do have the other Iron Hands now, but that's not really going to matter because they're out of, well, they're pretty much out of resources. So what we can do is actually bring in our VMAX here. We can go ahead and manually attach. We can place down the Raikou, place the rare, the EXP shares down, just to make sure this energy is always in play. And then attach. And then what we can do from here, knock this out. They'll be able to pass the energies over, but it doesn't really matter. We're going to grab ourselves 2 more prize cards. Perfect, and we have the Seal Stone. And we still have options available to use the Seal Stone on, grab ourselves a new supporter, and go from there. So this one's going to be pretty easy. They can't knock us out anyway, even if they wanted to. So we're pretty much in the clear. We can retreat out. We could actually just retreat out, go into our other Regieleki. Since there's no shot they're going to be able to KO it. And we can just kind of use it as a wall for a turn. We could reset the requirements on the Max Thunder. Looks like we won't have to. Our opponent's going to just do that for us. They could go... I'm trying to think of what they would want to do here. They could go for an arm press after... No, arm press wouldn't do enough. So they're still short. I'm pretty sure, right? Because it's 160, 180, 200, 210, 220. So yeah, not enough. They would have had to find another Iron Crown. Conveniently for us, what we're going to do is something pretty simple. We already have the Seal Stone, so we're going to throw that down. And then what we can do is just go ahead and Star Alchemy for the switch. Just to make our game a little faster. We could do other stuff, but it's, you know, better just to go ahead, hit the switch, bring this in, hit for 270, get the knockout, take the last 2 prizes, end the game. Bop, bop. Make it real nice and smooth. Iron Hand's biggest weakness is being able to delay those early Iron Hand rotations. So, like, being able to pull that one up to the front, get that one knocked out, made it so they were kind of just on the back burner, and then also making them go first makes it so they can't use the Miraidon to accelerate their energy too early. And that kind of gives us a good bonus. But yeah, that's game 1, guys. Definitely let me know what you think so far of the list, and any changes you'd make. And yeah, I'll see you guys in game 2. Peace. Alright, we're into game number 2. Our opponent's going to be going first. They won the coin flip this time, though, not us. We're up against T-Pain69. We're going to go Regieleki V, and we'll place the Miraidon down, and we'll go from there. Our opponent is playing Lugia V. We'll see what we have available to us. We can always place the energy to switch out our Regieleki if we need to. We'll have the ability to... Okay, so they did pretty much nothing. What we can do is we can go here and Miraidon. Then Miraidon out the Iron Hands and the other Regieleki. And we can get 1 energy here. So the game is actually pretty much over. So we can go here, manually attach the energy, go ahead and Arven, grab ourselves a switch, and we'll grab ourselves the Seal Stone, throw the Seal Stone down, hit the switch, bring this in, fleet-footed for 1 card to BM. Another... What is happening? Why are all my cards stacked so hard? Whatever. We'll Lightning Rondo, and... I wonder what Rondo means. Like, why they're all called that. Anyway, we'll get that knockout, you know, end the game super early. This is why going second with this deck is super powerful. It just allows you to win games very... kind of cheaply in this manner. Not always will your opponent not have something on the bench to bring in, but it can just kind of be a little bit broken. So yeah, easy win, easy game 2. We'll keep this in the video, and it's dumb, but we'll just like won't count it as a real game. But yeah, all right, I'll see you guys in the next one, next game. Peace. All right, we're into the game 3, and yeah, we open double Regieleki and Iron Hands. We can place those all down. We're going to Arven for probably a Nest Ball just to get out our... Oh, cool. We're up against Lugia V again. We'll see what our top deck is. Oh, the Lugia coin's cool. How do you get that? I want that. There's a Great Ball. Great Ball's actually pretty good in this deck. There's Gift Energy. If we can, like, actually pull an Iono, that'd be pretty sick. There's the Switch, so that's pretty hype. We can go ahead and Nest Ball here. And then what we'll do is we'll grab the Seal Stone. That way we can Nest Ball out a Miraidon. We'll Tandem Unit. Get ourselves the Raikou. And... we'll grab the Zeraora, actually. Since we can actually utilize the Battle Claws because we hit for additional damage and for weakness, we'll actually be in a pretty good spot because of it. What we are going to do, though, is that we'll throw this down. And we're going to search out a generator. And the reason for that is that... so this is a risky kind of gamble play. I don't know if I'd do this in tournament unless it was like, you know, 1-1, game 3, like very clutch, important situation. Normally we just hold this so we can grab a supporter later or something like that. But I want to grab the generator here because if I do hit, I have the cards already available to me. Perfect. And the odds of me hitting are pretty high just because of how many energy are in my deck. So I already have all the tools available to me, so we're just gimmicking. Same way that we won the last game, we're going to just do this again. And so we'll Lightning Rondo, knock this out. This time, you know, our opponent played a Snorlax down, which is, like, good for them, I guess. Doesn't really matter to me. Yeah, there's our prize cards. But the main thing is, like, the reason why we want to go for, like, the risky play, because it's, like, if we miss the generator, then we were just kind of doomed. But we know we already have boss in hand. We already had the Switch. We already had 1 energy, so we only needed 1 generator hit. The odds were pretty good in our favor. And because we already have the boss in hand, it means that we don't really have to care about whatever they want to do. I'm assuming that was meant to go to Lugia. Or, no, wait, rather, it wouldn't have gone to Lugia. Because that would have brought it in. It would have just died instantly, so it wouldn't have been worth it. Not sure why they put it on the Snorlax, though. But anyway, the main point here, though, is that we have boss's orders already in hand. So, because of that, we can go ahead and just, like, straight up... We know that you want to bring in another Lugia, because it's how the deck functions. So we can just boss that up. We're going to knock it back out and end the game, because there's nothing they can do from this point. Since if they don't get into their Lugia V-Star, the deck doesn't work. So as long as we can prevent that, it's super, super easy. Our opponent's going to go ahead and FF there for obvious reasons. And, like, this is why going second with this deck is so, so strong. Just because Raikou allows you to start off your early game in a super powerful position. And against future hands, against Lugia, you just start off super, super strong. And so, yeah, that's going to be game 2. Well, game 3, but more of like a game 2. But that one was also really fast. So we're going to go into another one, and I'll see you guys there. Peace. All right, we're into, I think this is game 4. But technically like game 3. If that makes sense. We'll open Raichu because it has the lowest energy requirement. And we will put Iron Hands down. We're going to baton to it, attach an energy onto Raichu, and then research, probably. Or not. Maybe we'll see. Kind of depends where the game looks like it's going. 2 energy and discard. Doof. Pokegear, didn't find anything. Pretty good for us. Pokestop for double rod. Pretty good for us. Triple energy. We'll go ahead and place this down. I think our best bet... I think we just research here first. And then we Ultra Ball away this and Beach Court. Grab ourselves Miraidon. Place the Miraidon down. Grab ourselves this and this. Then what we can do is Generator. Double hits. Bop, bop. This is why, alright, so I guess I didn't explain this because I was just like kind of thinking to myself, and normally I talk through my plays. Well, that kind of sucks. What is with all my researches being clumped together today? It's pretty annoying. Anyway, the reason why we didn't play an energy earlier is because of the fact that we were looking for the idea that we could hit a generator or like other energies. And if that was the case, then what we'd be able to do is manually attach, and it's why we put Raichu into the active. Since its retreat cost is only 1, we're going to be able to kind of like bypass, like we wouldn't need a switch as, like it wouldn't be as important to get a switch. So now we can just go onto the attack, again with Raikou, just being the, Pokemon that it is. It's very, very, very strong. So we're able to kind of bypass, get early aggression off. We know 2 of our opponent's cards are Super Rods, so not too worried about the hand. They are going to Iono everything away, though. But that's actually not bad for us. It looks like our opponent's still a bit stuck. They would need an Rare Candy, Baxcalibur, and to get out their Chen-Pao all in one turn, and then some sort of energy retrieval in order to KO us, so we're in a pretty good spot. There is a generator, so that's pretty good for us. We can go ahead and play these both down. We'll go ahead and gen. We grab 1. We can go ahead and place that onto there. We don't need any of these cards anymore. The vacuum. We are actually going to vacuum away the Pokestop at this point, just because it only really benefits them. We could use it for ourselves, but 9 out of 10 times we're going to just screw ourselves over. So it's not really worth it. And we'll play that down. We can fleet-footed here. And we're just going to go ahead and attack. Take the knockout. Grab 1 more prize. So we have double boss's orders, so that works perfectly for us. Since pretty much what is going to end up happening here, the likelihood that they are able to Rare Candy Baxcalibur is relatively high. Though the fact that they haven't done that yet is kind of indicative of the fact that they can't. So we'll see what they end up doing. Seems like they're still stuck. That kind of sucks. Another Buddy Poffin. Yeah, that's not great. And there's an Ultra Ball. So they already had 1 Baxcalibur in hand. What is the other card they have in hand? Why would they get rid of the Baxcalibur? Wouldn't you want the 1 card you have to be the Baxcalibur in case you got the Rare Candy on that draw? What is the other card in hand they wanted to keep so badly? That was a weird choice. Can't say I really agree with that one. Alright, well, we'll go ahead, attach the energy here. We'll fleet-footed. Don't really need anything. We could choose to boss's orders something up, but at this point, I'd rather just kind of end the game. So we can knock this out pretty easily. Go ahead, grab ourselves 2 prizes. More electric energy, but like whatever. And now we're in a position that the game is over, because even if they knock out Raikou, we just bring Iron Hands back in, attach 1 energy, boss up, literally anything, and we just knock it out. Even if we didn't, we could always just arm press and knock out the, we could knock out the Chen-Pao if we wanted to. So the game's over from this point. It doesn't really matter what happens. If they chose to boss up the Iron Hands and knock that out, then that's totally fine. We just maneuver all the energy around and bring whatever we want into the active and get the knockout that way. So, yeah, game's pretty much over. So this one was pretty uneventful. We'll probably do one more after this, just because all the games have been so fast. And also because this game feels bad to end on. Like, the other ones made sense that we just kind of, like, won because of circumstance. Like, it's the deck was doing what it was intended to do. But in this case, it's like our opponent just bricked super, super hard. You know, yes, we did what we had to do, but also, you know, with our opponent bricking so hard, it makes it so it's like our plays weren't as cool as, you know, give me that. Our plays weren't as cool as they should have been, I guess, is the easiest way to put it. We could also always Ultra Ball and just put the other VMAX down, but I just didn't feel like wasting the time. Cool. So there we go. Easy first game. Or first game. Easy fourth game. We'll do one more. The extremely legendary, very never seen 5th game. Just because all the games have gone so fast. Like, they've all just been kind of like, like right through the ladder very easily. So if you're looking for a very quick deck to climb with, Miraidon's your deck, man, I guess. It's shockingly strong. I feel like this deck is really, really, really slept on right now. But I feel like it's actually in a really good place just because of how fast and aggressive it can play. But yeah, we'll do one more game. Regardless of how it goes, that'll be our last game. But yeah, I'll see you guys there. Peace. Alright, we're into the last game. Our opponent is making us go first because they won the coin flip. We mulligan really hard. But that's not that bad because had we not... if we had to go first, then, you know, that wouldn't have been super ideal. We mulligan twice. Sets us a little behind, but that's okay. Ooh. Claw VX. What does this do? If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, discard an energy from the attacking Pokemon. That's kind of cool. Flip a coin if heads, this attack does 80 more damage. So it hits for 180. This card kind of sucks. We'll go ahead and get rid of this. And this. We'll grab ourselves Miraidon. There's definitely an argument here that we should grab Squawk, but since I have double Electric Generator and an energy in hand, I don't really want to do that yet. I'd rather grab myself this, and we actually don't have the other Miraidon in deck. In that case, I'll just grab myself the other Regieleki, I guess. We'll go 1, 2. Bop. Bop. And then what we can do here is we'll place 1 energy, retreat. It's crazy how consistently you can always get the double energy onto Raikou for like an early attack if you want to. In this case, I'm gonna hold off on using these, so that way I can use what's it called? What I want to do is on my next turn, I can Miraidon out for Iron Hands and use the generator and stuff like that onto what's it called? I can use the generator onto Iron Hands, and I can like equip an EXP share onto it or something like that if I want to. And then after I do all that searching and stuff like that, I can fleet-footed to hopefully find a supporter. Pidgey. Interesting. Oh, that sucks. I feel like the supporter's, like, annoying good, where, like, it never comes up unless I'm in a, like, in this exact scenario where it's like I kind of want to do a very specific thing, then it comes up. But I feel like that was a very large waste of my opponent's turn. Cool. So the Seal Stone works great for me. Throw Iron Hands down. We'll throw the Raichu. We're going to hit Pidgey out for weakness, and I'm pretty sure we one-shot this thing, like, almost all the time. So I don't think it's that important to have. We'll throw the Beach Court down. We'll Fleet-footed for one card. And then, in this case, we're going to Star Alchemy for a Research. Just to get ourselves a whole new hand here. Because we want to make sure we're kind of abusing our abilities at the moment. So we'll grab that. We'll place that down onto Iron Hands. We can attach that. We're hitting for one. Yeah. So now we can grab this. We can go ahead and discard this and the Squawk. Because I want to keep the boss in hand. We'll grab ourselves the Regieleki V. Well, VMAX rather. And then we can go ahead and attack. Get ourselves the... We'll lose an energy, but like who cares? And we'll knock that out. Take the 2 prize cards. We got another VMAX. That's pretty exciting. And they have a Pidgey on board. So, I mean, this is certainly a game 5. Good way to start our legendary run of game 5s. We'll see what our opponent can do. I have no idea what this deck even is. I imagine it's some sort of, like, control style deck where, like, maybe you put, like, a Hero's Cape on this, so it's at 320. And then from there, it's like every time your opponent's trying to take you down, you're just healing, or like, you know, you're knocking energies off, and then you can use Eerie to like dump their hand. What does this do? Flip 2 coins with the number of cards up to the number of heads you get from your disco pile. Alright, well they got double tails, so that's pretty unlucky, but I don't really know what they would have even wanted. Like they could just get the Eerie back over and over and the cloth, I guess. Like that's something. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. They're actually Insano style. Wait. How am I gonna deal with this? Wait. Am I gonna lose to Mimikyu because I didn't really plan for this? Maybe. Alright, how are we gonna get a card off our field so we can get Zeraora in to knock this thing out? We should have a Collapsed Stadium in the deck, if I remember correctly. So I think that's going to be the play. It's like we'll Collapsed Stadium, bring Zeraora in, and go from there. mean, we'll boss his orders around that till that time comes, and we're just going to put some energy down, but... Please tell me the Zeraora, like, collapsed isn't priced. Oh, no. This is so dumb. What do we do? Alright. That's there. I probably shouldn't have bothered to place that since it already has the thing anyway, but... What are we gonna do? Alright, the Lost Vacuum doesn't really help. Place that down. Oh, I should actually keep one energy in hand for Zeraora. That would have been smarter. Alright, I'm just consistently making mistakes right now. Though I have more energy in hand, I'm pretty positive. Or not in hand, but like in deck, I'm pretty positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Alright, there's the other Beach Court. I now can't remember if I still play the Collapsed in this deck. I was like, I'm pretty positive I do. Alright. Here's how we're going to find out. Oh no. What do I do? I need an option. I don't know what to do. I think I just lose. I didn't plan for this. We'll get rid of these. Oh, wait. I could use Mew to get by it too, but I need a way to... I don't have Collapse. What do I do? I need a plan. What do I do? I don't know. Alright, you get in there. I can't believe I'm just gonna get stalled out by them playing Mimikyu and passing. Please play something. Anything, please. So I can just start bossing them. They're not gonna play anything. Alright. Alright, so this is a situation. Alright, oh my god, that's so amazing. So I was just about to say, this is a situation where we're literally playing, waiting for them to make a mistake. And they're, like, if they place anything on their bench, it's a mistake at this point. Because they literally won the game. Damn it. I think they realized it. I have triple boss. We need them to just play anything on the bench so we can try to get the Collapsed out of our prize cards, but they're not going to do it. Like, they realize they won. The only other option we have right now is that we can wait until we're, like, pretty much out of cards. Iono to give ourselves more time. And just draw less than them. Like, that is literally going to be the play. And until they, like, hopefully just make a mistake. It's the only thing I can think of. I need Zeraora or Mew on the board. I didn't even think about Mimikyu. And like, this is literally why I play the Collapsed. Why did it have to be prized now of all times? Honestly, if this thing knocks me out, that's phenomenal. I'm so okay with that. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to move in this Raikou to make it easier for them to KO me. Or actually... yeah, actually, because I need to keep the Iron Hands alive. Yeah, so go ahead and knock out Raikou. I don't really care. I'm trying to think. Do I need to Iono now? There's nothing that I can do to get rid of the last 3 cards, I don't think. Alright. This is my moment of triumph. They think they have me, but they don't, because they're about to... unless they're, like, not dumb, and they choose not to KO me here. Oh, no! They do have a way to deck me out. No! No! Why? It was exactly 2 cards, too. What? Oh, that was really dumb. That was really dumb, but really, really funny. Alright, that was a mistake by me. I guess I should have Iono'd. That was really funny. I just didn't think... I don't understand what their deck was. That was so confusing. But... yeah, I got beat fair and square, I guess. That was such a dumb game. Alright, that was game number 5, guys. A great way to have our first game 5. Kind of unlucky. And unless do I not play Collapsed? Hold on, now I have to look. I'm so positive I do. Don't look at the other decks, guys. Don't pay attention to any of those other things. Oh my god, I don't. I took it out. Oh no. Okay, I was supposed to be running 1 Collapse in here. I was so sure that I did, and now I don't. Alright, well, make that edit to all of your decks. Take a card out for Collapsed. Collapsed. So that way you can run Squawk effectively. I don't know what I don't know where in this I took it out, but I must have for something, and I don't remember why or how or when I did that. But yeah, well, fix that. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you have Collapsed in the deck because it's supposed to be there. I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to let me know what cards you want to see and what other, stuff featured, all that. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.